As we record in person now again, I tend to be the one that sits close to this board, and I want to push every button on this board all the time. I cannot. They're all different colors.
It looks like fucking Simon. Do you remember Simon?
Yeah.
It looks like a really fun, like, raver advanced game of Simon, and I just want to press every button.
I want to hit every button, and it's so carefully. Shelby has all these knobs in just the right place, and I want to go absolutely ham on them. I want to go nuts.
We have to get Eli like a child's one that he can do, so it doesn't mess anything up. Like,
and pretend he's controlling it, but it won't be plugged
way to
into
go,
anything.
Way to go, buddy. Yeah.
Just give me a stress toy.
Very cool.
Is this Encounters of the... Which kind? Third?
This is Peter the Wolf? I don't know. That's what I was hearing Peter the Wolf there.
No, this is when they're talking to the aliens, right? Yeah. Peter the Wolf.
It does not sound like Peter the Wolf.
Okay, Peter and the
Peter
Wolf.
and the Wolf.
Peter is not the wolf.
Okay.
All right? Get it right.
Peter's not the wolf. He's out there, but he's not the wolf. Yeah.
He has a relationship with the wolf, but he's not the wolf.
It's not how I saw it.
Not in the production I saw.
Death of the artist.
The wolf, something we'll be looking into very strongly.
My interpretation is very different.
I feel like that's another example. We were talking a few weeks ago about bobbing for apples and how that passed for entertainment. I feel like Peter and the Wolf is a more recent example of something that passed for entertainment that is like just gone by the wayside.
I guess, yeah.
It's like, a duck would sound like an oboe. Cool.
Yeah, that was always their thing. That's
like, you go back even further, it's like the Rites of Spring. Like, there were like riots because of a classical music piece. It's like, okay, I don't know. You people would not have survived any number of things.
Listomania, man. They loved that classical music. They were going nuts for it.
These MFs aren't ready for me to drop
back in time and just play a basket case on a phone. And then they all just die. Like the tinny iPhone speaker.
People lose their minds. They cannot comprehend it.
Yeah. A copy of Dookie got sent back in time. Destroyed the world.
Yeah, civilization is over. Wars were fought.
Over Dookie.
Yeah.
That is, like the guy playing his music off his phone in the subway that is like the most hated person in 2021. Yeah. Just a god in 1500. Yeah. Just like the most important person.
Infernal box.
That's like a fantasy of mine, is just to have a bunch of like those cheap Duane Reade headphones in my bag and just be like,
just hand them out.
Just like, here, please.
Just hit him with the needler from Halo. That's more what I'm thinking with people like that. Just get him out of there.
Yeah. Pop a couple needles in them. Get him. Man.
What is the needler?
It's a gun.
It's a gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
It shoots little needles.
Advocating violence. And that's, no. But
it doesn't shoot bullets, so it's like, it's still cartoony enough that it's allowed.
Yeah.
Well, it's alien technology, Kath.
Maybe I'm going to revise. I'll just do like a cartoonish like net gun, and then hopefully the phone falls out of his hands, and then you can take the phone.
Have they ever manufactured a net gun? I would want one. It seems really fun.
Yeah, I don't know how effective it is, but I think
it seems like something like Rudyard Kipling would have had.
You have to have like 4 counterweights on each of the ends, and then they have to be like ropes, and they wrap around each other.
Yeah, they like magnetize or something like around.
It's like how in movies and cartoons you'll see like somebody with one of those bolo things where they just throw it and it gets your legs. Like, there's no way anyone's
those
that good
are real.
at that. No, I know they're real, but it's like, can you imagine like if you were put on the spot and like that was your only way of trying to do something? It's like. And you're just like, the person running's just like, ow, and then keeps running.
I challenge you to a duel. We have to use those.
Yeah,
I feel like that's an not talked about enough. Is the like post like old battles where they had to like go get all their stuff. They're like, they're like, I gotta go get all my weapons back.
It took people like years to make them, so they have to collect them all.
I feel like was there ever a battle where it was just like one side was armed, so the other side just had to like, it was like in Dodgeball when you're the last person, you don't have a ball. They were just like, all right, they got to throw all their spears at us, and then
if we catch them,
then we got some weapons. You just put out your skinniest, quickest guy and be like, dodge some spears. We need spears. Please go nuts.
Everyone else is waiting in jail.
Exactly.
If he catches one spear, one person can come out of jail.
Yeah.
I thought if you caught it, everybody got to come back.
Oh, it depends on the rules.
Depends on the rules.
Yeah.
Because that seems like
they have to leave the battle if you catch their spear.
I'm thinking back to like
Jesus Christ, all
camp
right,
counselor
I'm out of here.
days where eventually you're just like jailbreak. Who cares? Everybody come back. Because it's like
we still have 45 minutes left in this period.
Because
come back.
the one kid like keeps blowing it, and it's like, you know what? Okay, he's not like even going for the. Everyone's out. It's fine.
Yeah, that one kid is just a magnet for the balls. It's just like, oh, God.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think we've talked about this before. But there's always at least one kid in every that wants to get
who
just
loves
abused.
it. Yeah.
By counselors.
Oh yeah,
Just
the
like
dodgeball gimp,
just wants to
totally.
get completely pulverized.
nasty little dodgeball gimp. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that there's a vine of that little kid getting hit, and every time he gets hit, he's like, "Yee!" That kid exists
Because
everywhere.
kids like that, like you don't get hurt, like you bounce off the
and you
floor, and you're
the
fine.
attention heals you.
Yes.
Like you're
Just a slow-mo shot of like the bowl cut like exploding up in the air when the ball hits him in the face.
Yep.
Which is against the rules, but he doesn't care,
Nope.
and no counselor's going to rat anyone out.
Yeah, the vine of the kid like hitting himself in the head over and over.
I don't know if I know that one. It sounds disturbing.
It's the same kid. I mean, it's the same type of kid who's like hitting himself in the head. And he's like, ah! And then the person recording it is clearly like doesn't know who the kid is. He's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Please put the yeah on our soundboard. I love that. Yeah. He's getting beaned with a dodgeball.
Yeah, old dodgeball gimp.
He has
dude.
like in that video too. He's like both fists clenched, just like ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little freak, little dodgeball gimp freak.
I remember
Love
like
it.
when I was a counselor in training at a summer camp, I played dodgeball, and it was just like I felt like no matter how I threw the ball, it would like curve through the air to just nutshot some small child. I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't aim for that.
The balls just know.
Yeah.
They're attracted to other balls.
They seek company.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends on which ones you have too. Like if you have obviously the classic like red like Voight kickball, but we also had like
sound like toof.
we had like a bunch of like
So satisfying.
Like foam ones, and they would be like different varying degrees
Those
of like
are
chewed
awful.
up.
Those
like,
are
depending
so
on-
hard to
They're
throw.
so
hard to
bad.
throw, but and they don't make a satisfying noise when you hit somebody.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
real bounce.
Just a waste. This
Yeah.
is
The
why
best-
we need to fund our schools so they can get voights
Get Voights.
and cause permanent damage to the
They still
genitals
play
of children.
dodgeball? I feel like they almost
They might
would've.
not, yeah.
This
I
is my
think they
old,
do.
Cancel
old man
culture.
turn.
Yeah.
I think they still
Everyone
play
gets a
dodgeball.
trophy.
Well, the best was like when they had like a variety of sizes, and there was like, kind of the classic size. There's one that was like too big to throw that you were just kind of like, some kid would turn it into a shield and just be trying to deflect.
Yes.
And then there was,
Jesus.
and then there was the one that was like fist sized and was like barely inflated and just was like basically a baseball, and you just get nailed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was basically like a shot put.
Yeah, just get your
Designed to
fucking
inflict
vertebrae
pain.
separated. Just like, oh,
And like this kid is a huge asset in a dodgeball game, but then you get him into the arts and crafts, and it's like a complete disaster.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
sit in the seat and use the glue or whatever. Or fine,
Yeah.
you can go play backyard baseball.
No,
I don't
that
care.
kid-
You know what I mean? Go to the computers.
That kid is banned from using glue. He can't. He's not allowed to use scissors or glue. He can only color.
yeah.
And only with washable markers. That's it.
It's like you trust this kid to make a macaroni picture right now?
You think
kids
this
do
kid
them
is going to
basics.
be head to toe covered in glue
kid's
in
gonna- yeah.
the inside
Yeah.
of 2 minutes?
Yeah.
You get to do origami, but the paper has rounded corners. That's all you're allowed to do. You're doing prison crafts, okay? You little freak. Stop
Yeah, do
climbing
not-
out of your desk.
Do not let him near the glitter, like under
no, you
any
can't do that.
circumstances.
Yeah, you can't do that.
He gets stuck in a desk twice a year, and the fire department has to come. He's fucking always shoving his, like, trying to fit through little holes and getting stuck. He's like,
What a
that's also
hero.
I feel like that's also the energy of, like, your friend's little brother.
Yeah,
like, my
totally.
friend's little brother definitely stuck his head through the railing on the stairs and then couldn't get his head
Yep,
back out. So you just
That's how
hang out
those
with your
kids like
friends.
start. Yeah.
Well, his little brother's head is stuck in the stairs and wait for the fire department to come. You're just like, how you doing in there, bud? Want to play Crash Bandicoot? Oh, I guess you can't because your head's stuck in the railing. You idiot.
That's the noise he makes when you ask him how he's doing.
I mean, he was that kid. He also did that thing where you like prop yourself up in a doorway and climb up, and then immediately fell and broke his arm.
Yeah.
He just ate it and broke his arm. Like, oh God, damn it.
That's a kid who definitely demands to be kitty bounce constantly on the trampoline.
Yes.
Goes soaring over the edge.
It just flies into a fucking lake.
Yeah.
On the trampoline.
Like maybe you have that like weird like trampoline jail that you can buy, like the fence that doesn't seem like it does anything.
Yeah.
That I was a lifeguard at a pool for a few summers, and this kid that we're talking about would come and like try to befriend all the oldest kids there so that they would throw him like that. He just was like,
oh yeah,
he was networking but to be thrown.
Yeah,
like
well, he's not allowed on the diving board, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. No, and like he'd get in one throw before we'd yell at him, but like we knew what his game was.
He'd scurry away. It's like sloppy steaks where you have to like try to not let him in because he's fiending to get thrown in the pool.
Come on, guys, no sloppy this time. Yeah. What does that kid turn into? I don't even know.
I think they usually get it all out.
Turns into Shelby.
Turns into Shelby.
That was Shelby raised his hand.
I think a lot of pro wrestlers are those kids, like skateboarders, people that do things physical, like athletic pursuits that involve high amounts of pain.
Yeah.
I think, and like adrenaline.
I think those kids get both of the ones I'm thinking of are now normal, and so it turns into like you meet them at a wedding, and you're like, are you allowed to have a fork? Like,
yeah, I think
like even as an adult.
I think most of them grow out of it. It's just like kids with a lot of energy, and a lot of times they're like really interesting, and at least from like lifeguarding and meeting a lot of kids like this, like a lot of times they're like really interesting and creative. They just like haven't figured out how to like be in the world yet and like deal with the stimuli of being in the world. But I think there's hope for them. If you were one of those, I bet a lot of them listen to this show. Those kids, probably.
Yeah,
that could be.
Let us know what it was that was doing it for you. Just getting nailed by dodgeballs and getting thrown in the pool.
It's like you're being treated like an equal by getting just destroyed.
Yeah,
That's
trying to play chicken with strangers in the pool. Well,
can't do
let us
that.
know what's going on with you.